Hey everyone, this is Tracy with Color Me This. Today is episode 457. Welcome to the channel and welcome back if you are returning. We are continuing on with Fred today, working on the coral across the bottom. We will see how far we can get. I have grabbed two greens, olivey greens. We've got apple green and Prussian green, 912 and 109. I will have all of the color numbers in the description. And I am starting with the little barrel cactus looking guy here. My color strategies are mostly darks on the bottom because they are in shadow underneath Fred. I am toying with altering my background plan. I really want to be careful. We have another sort of barrel cactus looking coral. I don't even think this is called a coral. A sea plant, we will call it. But I want to be careful with the Languo being so sensitive to water. And I want to not do a wet background at all. I believe even a sponged ink I think is going to risk. If I go with using some sort of protection, either sticky, like a sticky note over the edges. I'm talking about all of these delicate light colored edges. So I think if I use pencil, I can more tightly control those edges and protect them. So that's probably going to be, it'll take more time, but I think it's the best course of action. I knew that tackling this page was going to take a very long time since I am a slow colorist, and I look back at my romantic country pages that I worked on, and those were also quite slow. And I am not coloring as often as I was. Life just gets in the way of that whole relaxing thing. Can't believe that I have to blame it on cooking. Lots and lots of cooking. And baking, which I've never done in my life, ever. And so I'm already excited to move on to touching my books that I have bought new that have never been colored in. So that will be what we will be springboarding off onto next. So all of the grassy looking elements is what I have decided are going to be green. And I'm just casually mixing these two colors, not being really particular, though the tips are what I am making the lighter color. And I'm not filling in all of the tooth because I do plan on coming back through with some aquatic tones, overtones. Let's get back into this corner. To give it a watery appearance. So up here, we're going to move him. I'm going to change the angle because I need to get to these long, tendrily kelp grasses up here. So all of this coloring is pretty sketchy and casual. very fast. These pencils were a good choice to use because they are a very fast pencil to color with. And see how easily they blend together? You just, it's like they instantly smoosh. And I'm not even using hard pressure to get the color down. Okay, now we have the other side, so now we're going to be changing angles to better accommodate the other end here. I think I can get to this side. I notice here in teeny tiny print is the number 48. I don't even know if that's the page number or what. Very interesting. So I realized I'm pretty spontaneous when I color. Sometimes I'll do mock-ups, at least to get some color blocking down. And I had not done that for down here when I colored the first day. So this time I do have a diagram roughly sketched out of what bits are going to be what color. So things should move along more quickly. We have this lettucey shape here that is going to be a mix of the aqua. This lettuce here is going to mimic these lettuces in this area, so there will be that. And then I see one more bit of grass, 2 bits of grass, and these are far enough away that I'm going to just make them all dark. Oh. I might need my pencil sharpener because these little bits get narrow. And then there's this also in the background. For darker, farther away, shadowy bits, you add less detail and just make them darker. And that makes them appear farther away. All right. Now I have our lettuce, which I do have we'll go with this grass green, or apple green again, 912, and we'll start with the turquoise, cobalt turquoise 105. But we are turning this into green. It will be turned into green, unlike his neighbors here that are mostly turquoise. Simple coloring. We do have, I am not done with our red to orange, and I also noticed this time, comparing to up above, that I have a darker red here that I did not use called magenta 930. So I will be coming in darkening And then I have more areas of the orange, the fiery colors. Oh, I see a little grass there. And this is my darkest burgundy color. Up above I used the Languo pens to get shadows in, but I have a different plan. So I'm going to leave this my darkest for now. And we won't hit that stage till I'm working on the new background plan. Probably going to end up holding a whole bunch of colors in my hand. I would love if I could get this all done. That would be great. I believe I'm going to commit to this being yellow. So we'll do the shadows. I am using peacock blue for the darkest blue. Darkest teal, violet blue 933 for the darkest blue. This is the darkest yellow, mineral orange 1033. Let's see, did I share this one? Dahlia purple 1009 for the purpley bits. And then I already shared the dark green as Prussian green 109. And I'm actually going to grab that here. Now remember, up above here, we've got purples on all of these blues, so I want to make sure I have some of that coming down, not as much. I'm just going super light. do have a middle blue, Cerulean Blue 103. I have to put all of these down because I need more colors. So those are all down. Grabbing my yellow, which is Jasmine 1012. It's like a curryish yellow. And then I have one more yellowish tone. I even have this darker sienna brown, 945, that can be more shadowy for me. Popping in the oranges, Mineral Orange 1033 and Goldenrod 1034 into our kind of flaming corals. Sure I'm not off the page for you. This back should be darker. So this is Mineral Orange that I am working with now. It's looking pretty good. I see some rounded bits. I'm leaving those two and those little pom-poms uncolored right now because I might need to balance at the end. So now I'm moving, this all looks pretty good. I've got a little bit of a dark blue right here. And I actually might change this to dark blue. And it's really violet-y. I do have some yellow here. let's grab the sienna brown. I want this to be darker than this, this a little bit more on the orangey side. Okay. All right, this front pom-pom is another orange. This is mineral orange. And lightest color, goldenrod. All right, marching across here. I am saving this guy for last. I might need a dark brown in here. These are all in the background. This is very soft. So I can adjust. I like to be able to adjust my colors. I see a little bit more of the flaming colors. So far I have not accidentally covered over a fish, so that's good. Okay, let's work on this corner now. We are going to start on that starfish. It is going to be sort of a orangey brown. This is the sienna brown, 945. I think it'll be fun to pop in at the end. I'll go and get some darks and come in and do a final darkening of all of this to tone it back. Moving on with the Starfish 2 Mineral Orange. I wish that he had more texture because they're actually very bumpy. Kind of spongy looking, a little rougher, coarse, I guess. We'll see if Lucky decides to visit. I'm in a different spot today. I have a new table that is a wonderful expandable table that I use for coloring group. I used to color with the group up in the living room. Oh, he is coming. Wow. Hi, Lucky. Oh, so you see his foot. Oh, how funny. He usually rarely comes over, but this isn't my normal spot. So we'll see if he just hangs out and doesn't cause too much trouble. All my pencils are out. Fair game, right? I'll just hold them all. Okay, we'll see if I can power through with a distraction. Oh, we just can't resist the pencils, huh? We will see if I have to put them away in a safe spot. I'm going to pull you guys closer to me. Hey. Well, I had to entertain Lucky for a little bit. So I have pulled some more colors, darks. I got my sharpener and I sharpened everything. So we'll see how this round goes. The nude blue is Indigo Blue 901. It is not as purple, so we will see if it ends up providing the extra deep dark tone I would like. I have to put my glasses back on. I am darkening the bottom halves of each little ball shape. And then I'm grabbing a purple, the Dahlia purple, to just mix a little bit in. And then I finish off with, I believe, the cobalt blue? Oh, cerulean blue, 103. All right, we're going to, I have a very dark black raspberry for these flaming tones. We're gonna add some shadow. Shadow bits. Yeah, I like that. I think that is going to work very well. So over here, now we're moving to, I think it's, this is crimson red, magenta. Yes, magenta was the darkest color. Crimson red. Crimson red is 924. I'm sort of mixing the crimson red and the magenta together. Moving on to mineral orange. I'm using the mineral orange to kind of smush everything together. I think back here we're going to stay pretty dark. This is crimson red. And I might just add a hint of mineral orange over the top. There you go. I have my little mock-up here tells me that this is also this rocky sort of a bit, and then this bit isn't colored yet. This is probably going to be yellow. And then, since I'm right here, we're going to do teal. And this is cobalt turquoise. I might have to go back and grab the peacock color. Where's our crimson red? Mineral orange. Keeping this pretty dark. We have some purple we need to do. Dahlia purple, and that is way back here. I didn't grab a dark of this, and so I will have to consider that. Okay, so I am going to do the barrel. Now, I think technically that should be green, and I don't have it green, but I am going to make it green. I'll probably pull out a nice deep green for this, but it pretty much is the same as like this right here, this shape. And we are just about finished with the base of the whole thing, and I would definitely like to come back with a range of very dark darks for down here. And then we will jump into the background. All right, back to our apple green. Leaving bits of white because we will come back through. I need that tooth, so when we come back through to darken it all and make it aquatic looking, I have some tooth left to work with. So that is that. And I told you I had these little bits left. They're kind of odd shapes, same with this right here. I'm going to have this one be yellow. So let's commit to yellow. Because we have the orange, I'm grabbing a dark brown that is floating around. It's called Sepia 948. Probably have to come back with a little. have to get that little white thing. Coming in with goldenrod, 1034. I'm not afraid for colors next to colors, so that looks sufficiently orange with the yellow underneath, and that's okay. That does not bother me. Darken him up a little bit. Just trying to get more texture. All right, moving across. Okay, I want to do sepia. This back here, which in the light I think would be yellow, is going to just be off in the distance dark. And I'm going to try a little bit of yellow. Let's see how this goes. Grabbing the goldenrod. We'll try goldenrod and see how little bit of warmth here works. And lastly, our jasmine. We have, in our last couple minutes here, we have these over here on the, let's think about our colors. Darkening this up with the black raspberry, right? Black raspberry. I'm doing this to help me determine what would be a good choice. I think it has to be it might need, I might change my mind. Look at that, changing my mind midstream. Up on the tortoise, the sea turtle, sorry, Fred, there's these. So I think that's what I'm going with. So it's a mix of the purple and the teal color. This This is a little bit lighter one. This is cobalt turquoise. I think we had enough of the flame orangey coral and not as much of this tealish color. Let's see, what's this? I have a little bit aquamarine, a little bit lighter, 405. I don't even think I used aquamarine on any of the teal. These actually under here seem to me that they should be darker. So I think that about does it for all of the lower aquatic bits. So that's about what we're looking like. I went over a couple minutes. And so we're going to go with darks next and work on the watery background. Thank you again for joining me today. I hope you're enjoying coloring Fred with me. I am enjoying it immensely. And we will see you on the next one. Do all the YouTube things, like, share, comment, consider subscribing, and everyone take care.